back in late March, and the meet record is held by LSU, probably not for long. There is lane 6, that's Kentucky, and they will start just outside of Georgia in lane 5.
Well, they were second at the SEC Championship, second fastest team in the country. And there you see the third leg. That's Masai Russell. We glanced at her. She's got a busy day. She's going to run the relay here, go to the 100-meter hurdles. She'll run the 400-meter hurdles. She's scheduled to run the 4x4. Don't think we'll see her late in the evening, but the all-star hurdler will go third for the Kentucky Wildcats. Georgia in lane 5, so consistent all season long. There you see Kayla Jackson on leadoff, the freshman. Autumn Wilson, she'll run the second leg. Georgia's going to be a tough team to beat. They know how to get the stick around. Not too many bobbles by them this entire season. Got Tennessee down on the inside. They'll lead off with the SEC champion in the 100 meters, Jacia Sears. And Texas A&M out in lane 7. They'll go with Cameron Dixon, a 100-meter qualifier on the second leg for them as well.
The qualification for all lane-started races are the top 2 teams across the finish line are automatically in Saturday's final, and then the next 3 fastest time over the 3 semifinal heats. So look at Tennessee inside in lane 2. 8 teams in each of these 3 semifinals. That's 24 teams overall. 12 from the West Regional in Sacramento, 12 from the East Regional in Jacksonville. There are the teams, how they line up. Action in the middle of the track, Georgia in 5, Kentucky in 6. It's a good start, and Kentucky out well in lane number 6. Texas A&M is in it as well, but Kentucky's starting to make up the stagger there. Great pass by the Georgia Bulldogs. And Kentucky as well. It's going to be tight coming into the final leg. Remember, the first 2 across the line automatically qualify. Kentucky with a nice lead now. It's going to be Kentucky and Georgia just the way we set it up. And third will go to Tennessee. They will have to wait to see if that time will hold up as a qualifier into the final. But it was all Kentucky, 42-30. And that's a season best and a school record for the Wildcats.
Well, really solid passing all the way around by the Kentucky Wildcats. This is our first exchange over there by the pole vault runway from Victoria Pero to Anthea Charlton. Charlton runs that second leg, which tends to be just a little bit longer. Masai Russell scheduled to run that third leg for Kentucky. There she is, handing off. She threw me off with the braids there. And then it was Karima Davis to bring it home for the Wildcats. But nice, solid handoffs all the way around. And they tie the school record, 42-30. They accomplished that same time back in 2018.
So they're your first 2 teams automatically into Saturday's final, Kentucky and Georgia. Tennessee at 43-25 has to wait. Texas Tech establishes the bubble time. That means any team that runs faster than they do in the next 2 semifinals but is not an automatic qualifier will knock Texas Tech out of the finals. As we get ready for the second of those 3 semifinals. And once again, we're looking at lane 6. The Arkansas Razorbacks, the number 5 team amongst collegians this year.
Well, another hurdler getting some love right off the bat here. We talked about Messiah Russell in the last race. This is Akira Nugent, the NCAA indoor 60-meter record holder and NCAA champ. We'll see her later in the 100-meter hurdles as well. She's been working on her speed quite a bit this season. We saw her run a number of 100-meter races, even run 100 at the SEC championships. It'll go Akira Nugent, and then they'll go all the way out to the 400-meter specialist, Rosie Effiong. She'll anchor this team. Mackenzie Kelly will run third leg. Ariane Litton, there's Effiong. The top quarter milers in the country. But Arkansas has gone 43.03 this season. But the ever dangerous USC down there in lane 5, they've run 43.13 13. They'll lead off with Kaiser Chandler. 100-meter qualifier here. Samira Moody, also a 100-meter qualifier here. We'll see her run that second leg. A lot of young sprinters here with this USC team. You get a completely different bunch in the 4x4 as well, but coached so well by Carmelita Jeter, who just was announced recently the new head coach at UNLV.
USC comes in with the number 6 time amongst collegians this season. So the number 5, number 6 in this race. Also on paper, just outside of Arkansas, Ohio State, the number 7 team at 43-17. So it should be tight competition in the middle of the track between USC, Arkansas, and Ohio State. There are the lane assignments. And as we always say, it isn't the quality of the sprinters on the relay team, it's how well they pass the baton.
Remember as well, get a glance out there in lane 9. Mackenzie Long for Ole Miss, the SEC 200-meter champ. She leads off for the run and ribs.
Officials have been very, very fastidious about the hand placement in these relays. Yesterday with the men, today with the women. And Arkansas is out well, as is Oregon. Arkansas and USC down the backstretch. Ohio State is also right in the mix. And a look-back pass for Arkansas. That's terrible in a 4x1 that really cost them. Arkansas now has a lot of ground to make up. Oregon is right in the mix with Ohio State and USC. Ohio State and Oregon, and now here comes Southern Cal. It's going to be Ohio State and USC with the automatic qualifiers, first and second. Flash time 42.66. Corrected to 42.68. That's a school record for the Buckeyes. But more importantly, I'm glad I mentioned them after seeing that they were the number 7 team in the country this year. And they came through in this semifinal, got themselves into the final. We'll have a decent lane draw.
Well, and it doesn't matter how much speed you have out there. You've got to get the baton around. There you see handoffs by USC. That's Kaiser Chandler to Samira Moody. But Ohio State was consistent all the way around, and so was the Oregon Ducks. There you see Jaden Mays bringing it into Shania Hall on that second exchange. Good run down that backstretch by Jaden Mays. But here is the anchor leg by the Ohio State runner, Leah Bertrand, just a sophomore. But she had a gap, and she was not giving up that lead. Arkansas tried their best to get back in this, but the 3 out front just did not come back.
There are the official results. Ohio State and USC automatically qualifying. Oregon and Arkansas under the bubble time, but we have one semifinal remaining. So they have got to suffer through that to see if they've got a chance. Those are the best 2 times outside of the automatic qualifiers so far. One more semifinal to go. And in this semifinal, the host Texas Longhorns, who are the defending champions and twice the collegiate record holders this year. There is Julian Alfred. She will be their leadoff runner. She is everything for this Texas Longhorn team. Has not been beaten by a collegiate in 15 straight races, going all the way back to 2019.
Well, and listen to this lineup. Julian Alfred, she qualified in the 1-2. Here she is in the 4x1. We might see her on the 4x4. Azine Abba, 100-meter and 200-meter qualifier. Rashida Adeleke, 400 meters qualifier. We see her on both relays as well. And Kavana Davis, 200-meter and 100-meter qualifier. This team is absolutely stacked, and had a chance to talk to Edric Floriel, and he said this is a really close team. I said, what's special about this 4x1 team? He said they're really close, and I said, do you have to be super close? And he said it makes a big difference. You trust the people coming in, you trust the people going out, you talk to each other off the track, your teammate can pick you up, and you give a little bit extra effort for your friends.
It wouldn't surprise me in the least if they dropped an amazing time in this semifinal, because they can do it. They've got the personnel to do it with reasonably safe passes. There are the lane assignments with Texas in lane 6. LSU does have the number 3 time in the country this year. They are in this heat. Those are the favorites to move through.
The last time LSU won the championship was in 2018 when Aaliyah Hobbs anchored the Tigers. Sha'Carri Richardson in 2019 when she broke the NCAA record right here in this track. LSU was only second. But high expectations for this Texas women's team, and it really is all about this sprint core. This 4x1 team, 100 meters, 200. If they can get it done, the Texas Women Longhorns have a really good shot of winning the national title.
And of course, they have great support here being at home. Stretch grandstand starting to fill in now that the heat's underway and the sun's down. Texas in 6, LSU in 7. And Julian Alfred has already almost made up the stagger on LSU. Now it comes down to the passes. They've got a nice lead. Baylor trying to make a race out of it down to lane 4, but look at how far ahead the Longhorns are. Not the greatest pass, but safe.
Keep an eye on that clock. 41:89, the national record.
Close for second between LSU and Baylor. Looks like LSU's going to get it. And it's a new collegiate record once again. Flash time 41:54. Corrected to 55, so they improved it by 45 hundredths of a second, 44 hundredths of a second. Not surprising.
Well, they broke the national record at the Texas Relays, and then they come back just a few weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, at the Big 12 Championships. They take it down again, and you said they were just good. They weren't great handoffs. They were nice and solid. When you got a lineup like this, just get the baton around. Nothing spectacular, but no bobbles either. They got the baton, went from one athlete to the next. No slowdowns. Look at Julian Alfred, had totally made up the stagger in that first 100 meters. Azine Abba takes off, and she got a huge lead by this time. Good look by Rashida Adeleke. Little adjustment there with the baton, and that's all right as long as you got a good grip on it. But Kavana Davis has been anchoring this team all season long. This is the same squad we saw at the beginning of the outdoor season, and they have got this thing wired in for sound. And no reason to slow down, no reason to just chill out, run through the line.